Hi everyone, this is Amy. Welcome to my channel. We're approaching the holidays, so today I'm going to give you all my top holiday gift ideas for figure skaters. My picks are not just for the holidays. These are all great for birthday gifts and other occasions too. You can get most of the items I suggest today at either your local skate shop or online at thefigureskatingstore.com. There are links to all the items in the description down below. When you use those links, use coupon code SKATEWITHAIMEE at thefigureskatingstore.com and you'll receive 10% off your purchase. This video is not sponsored. I do receive a small commission if you use those links. That helps to support the channel so I can make more videos like this for all of you. And I appreciate your support. Now, before I get into it, if we're just meeting, my name is Aimée Ricca and I'm a PSA ranked and rated figure skating coach. I'm also an ISSA certified elite trainer, specialist in strength and conditioning and youth fitness. Okay, so let's dive in. If your skater is just starting out or been skating for a while and needs new skates, the most obvious thing to get them is a pair for the holidays. But please don't purchase them online. Take your skater to a reputable skate shop in your area and have them fitted by the professional skate tech there. I realize that this might ruin the surprise on Christmas morning, but it's so worth it. You can always give your skater a gift card on the holiday morning or do something creative like get them a new skate bag and put the gift card inside of it. And then make them an appointment to get fitted as soon as you can. You can even set that appointment up in advance and take them right after the holiday. I have a whole other video about buying skates and specific videos about a day of skates too. And I get a ton of comments from viewers asking me which skates to buy. And while I'd love to help you all out, I don't have any idea which skates are best for you. It depends on your height, your weight, your skill level, foot size, foot shape. So my answer is always go and get fitted. There's a link to that video in the description down below. In my area, we're fortunate to have Greg at Polar Skate Shop. He is fantastic and can find the best boot and blade for any skater. I sent all my skaters from very, very beginners all the way up to very advanced. They all go to Greg. Check with your coach or the rink skating director. Ask them where the best place to go for your skates is. Some rinks do have pro shops and some of them can be very good, but you can't just assume that just because it's in the rink or close to the rink. Proximity is not necessarily an indicator of good quality and service. The best thing to do here is check with your coach, your group lesson instructor, or your skating director. Next, let's say your skater already has skates. If your skaters had their skates for a few years, it might be time to get a new one of these. These don't last forever, unfortunately. I know it seems like for the price that they totally should, but they don't. Every time you step onto the ice or get a sharpening, you're wearing a bit of the blade down. That means that you can only get so many sharpenings. It depends on the blade, and it depends on how you care for the blade. You can get as little as 20 sharpenings, or even less. If you've got some rust, need to get that rust sharpened off, or you can get 50 sharpenings, sometimes even more. It also really depends on who is sharpening them. If someone unskilled is sharpening your blades, they may take way more off than they need to. They may make mistakes that need to be corrected. That wears the blade down very quickly. So that's another excellent reason to go to a reputable skate shop, because the technician will know how to sharpen blades correctly so that you don't run into a problem. Not all blades are the same. My blade is a John Wilson Gold Seal. If you're a beginning skater, you don't need something like this at all. But I am a massive fan of John Wilson blades. For beginners, I recommend John Wilson Coronation Ace, which is significantly less expensive than this Gold Seal here. But your skate fitter and your coach are the people you should discuss this with. You may not necessarily be able to mount another blade to your boots if the holes are not there to allow it. Or if you have a blade now that was factory installed, you may not be able to remove it, especially if there are rivets instead of screws like what I have. Before you buy a blade, go to your skate fitter. Find out how much life is left in the blade. If they say there's not a lot left, ask them if a new blade can be mounted to your existing boots. If they say yes, they'll recommend the correct size and they can even order them for you and mount them when they come in. If you do need to know what size blade you have, it's right here. So on my blade where it says Gold Seal, right above that, it gives you the size of the blade. Mine's a 9.5. Next up are hard skate guards. I always used to recommend these. These are called rockers. When you put them on your blades, they make a click-clack sound as you walk around. That can be a little bit annoying. IDEA came out with e-guards, which are one piece, unlike these that are two. They have a better draining system, so if you forget to take them off your blades, they'll be less likely to rust. It helps protect the edges and allows your skate to drain the water completely. I left mine in the car. I don't store my skate with the guards on. You're not supposed to do that, by the way. Always store your blades with soakers or soft guards on. I'm gonna put some B-roll here of the video I did last year when e-guards first came out.
They're a lot more flexible, which is nice. They're lighter. And they drain completely. Can you see that? See how the blade is sitting up here and the guard doesn't touch the blade? So it protects the edges and it allows your skate to drain the water completely. If you have a skater that's forgetful and forgets to take off their hard guards, instead of going with rockers, I would recommend the IDEA e-guard.
If you have an authorized IDEA dealer near you, like we're fortunate to have Greg at Polar Skate Shop, he has IDEA e-guards in stock. You can just go there and pick them up. But there's also a link in the description down below in case you don't have an authorized IDEA retailer near you. Just remember to use that coupon code SKATEWITHAIMEE to save 10%. If your blade is smaller than mine, IDEA e-guards might not fit because they might not catch the end of the blade. In that case, you'll have to go with something like a rocker. And I totally recommend rockers over a typical skate guard. These are really durable. You're not gonna kick through the back of them. I've actually done that. You know, when you put your skates on, you tap the heel to the ground. When you do that, you're kicking back into the guard. I've actually kicked back into my guard and the guard's gotten stuck. This happened as I was going on the iceberg competition. True story. My coach was struggling to pull the guard off my blade. Next up are soakers, which we sort of talked about a little bit. You should always have soakers on your blades when you're not using them. You take off the hard guards, wipe off your blades with a microfiber towel, put the soakers on. Side note, microfiber towels are another excellent gift. I love these because they have a nice grip on them. So if you're gonna walk around with them on, you won't slip and fall. But there are also cute things that you can get. Guard Dog has created a brand new style, a couple different styles actually. They literally just came out with them, so I haven't even had a chance to see them in person yet. You can also get fun ones from IDEA that are shaped like animals. There's all kinds of them. I mentioned a skate bag earlier, and that's another great gift for your skater. Many younger skaters really like Zucca bags. They have wheels that light up and all kinds of fun options that you can add to them. The kids can roll them into the rink. I have my IDEA Libra bag and I've been using this because it's lightweight. I also have an IDEA suitcase style bag that I used to wheel into the rink. Lately I've been putting my skates on outside the rink for the past year and a half. So I haven't used my roller case in quite a while. You can also get a Transpac skate bag. IDEA Libra bag and Transpacs are nice because the pockets are mesh so that your skates can breathe. It helps the blades and the soakers dry out and will help prevent the boots inside from getting stinky. They have this center compartment that you can put other items or helmets for younger skaters. You can put them right in the center along with all your other stuff that you might need in the rink. Next up are RINK totes. Every skater that is training on a freestyle session should really have a RINK tote. It keeps your stuff organized so that you can bring it with you on the ice. Things like your water bottle, tissues, hand sanitizer, extra pairs of gloves, your music. Side note, parents, many rinks are getting rid of CD players, and not all coaches will make themselves responsible for your skater's music. If your child is younger and needs their music on a phone, when you get a new phone, give your child your old one. You don't need to purchase a cellular plan or anything unless you want to. Most rinks do have free Wi-Fi that you can connect to, and you can load your skater's music on it so that they can play their music at their practice. For myself, I just use my purse. It happens to be a Michael Kors bag that fits perfectly on the boards by the hockey team boxes. But I'm a coach. We call RINK totes Kiss and Cry bags because the company that first made them is called Kiss and Cry. But many other companies make them now, even IDEA. Most skaters will use an actual RINK tote like the IDEA Always With Me bag or the Camisos. Greg has them at Polar Skate Shop, but you can also get them online at the figure skating store. Speaking of gloves, gloves are another thing that are a really great gift. Gloves get lost, they get holes, they get wet. You can never have enough pairs of gloves, ever. You should always have extra pairs of gloves, and you don't need anything fancy. I just picked these up from the figure skating store. These happen to be Adea, and I got them because I like the colors. You don't need to get the Adea ones. You really don't. I really like the colors. And I like that they have the grippy things. Graf makes these too that Greg has, and those are pretty cheap. So if you're local, go to Greg and pick up the inexpensive gloves he has. They have grips on them too. You can also just get basic black stretchy gloves pretty much anywhere. I usually wait for Herman's discount to put out the seasonal items, which they usually have by now, but I haven't seen them yet. And then I pick up as many pairs as I can get for under $5 and use them for the entire year. Don't be afraid to pick up anywhere from a dozen to 2 dozen pairs of gloves. They're inexpensive stocking stuffers. They're a really excellent gift for your skater. If you get them in colors, like I have these, some skaters do like to wear the mismatched gloves. This has become a thing I've seen a lot of the kids do. They'll have one blue, one pink, or something like that. Skating jackets and pants are another really great gift. It's wise to invest in a good skating jacket and pants that are sport specific. Chloe Noel makes skating outfits that are warm, stretchy, and made for skating. My Skating Club of New York jacket is a Chloe Noel jacket, and it's adult size. Wearing appropriate sports clothing helps the coach see the lines of the skater better. Suppose a skater is wearing baggy or ill-fitting clothing. In that case, I can't see if they're bending their knees appropriately. Fitted clothing is ideal. Jackets and pants made for the purpose are a great way to do that. You can also get Team USA and Olympic gear from Fanatics. You've probably noticed by now that I wear a lot of this stuff. It's good quality and it shows support for Team USA. The kids love to wear Team USA clothing, especially since we're going into an Olympic year. Older skaters and coaches, we also wear a lot of Under Armour gear too. I love their workout pants and joggers for skating, if they're in the correct size. When pants are too big or too small, skaters will spend a lot of time adjusting them, which eats into their ice time and affects their ability to perform. So make sure your skaters' clothes fit them. Just like their skates, they should be the correct size for them today, not to grow into. If something is too small, you can run into a wardrobe malfunction. You do not want that to happen. Water bottles. When you are skating, you want to keep yourself hydrated. Every skater should have water that they bring with them onto the ice. This way, they can take a sip every few minutes and avoid becoming dehydrated. But many skaters come to practice without water bottle, and then they have to leave the ice to go get a drink. You spend a lot of money on lessons and a lot of money on ice time, so your skaters should come prepared with their water. They can put the water bottle right inside their rink tote and keep it ringside. Tissues. Noses run in the cold, and skaters need to bring their own tissues with them on the ice. Tissues in a round container are fantastic because they fit in the rink tote perfectly without taking up too much space. They'll also fit easily in mom's bag and in car cup holders too. Tissues in a round container are handy. Next, let's talk socks. I always say this, but I'm going to repeat it because many people just don't do it, and it's so important. Wear thin socks. I know, I realize it's counterintuitive. Skating's a cold sport. Thick socks will keep your feet warmer, right? Well, you need to wear thin socks so that your foot is in contact with the boot. Thick socks may sound like a better idea, but they will prevent your foot from making contact with the boot. They also can bunch up and shift around, creating uncomfortable pressure points. This is what I wear every day. They are nice and thin, and they have a nice satiny texture to them, so they don't bunch up in the skate or cause discomfort and pain or throw off the boot's fit. Aside from making sure that you're wearing appropriate skates that are fitted correctly, your socks are the next most critical thing you can wear to set yourself up for success. Next up, a good pair of athletic shoes. Make sure they are supportive with a good sole that is appropriate for your off-ice training. No slip-ons either. Get the ones with laces and try to make sure that your skater learns how to tie them. I've given some of my skaters homework assignments to practice tying their own shoes and skates. I try to work with parents to make sure that skaters are beginning to learn this around age 5. This is the age where they develop enough coordination to tie their own shoes. Between ages 6 and 8, every skater should be able to tie their own shoes and their skates too. Ensure that you inspect them though to make sure they're doing it correctly. And with athletic shoes, you want to make sure that the tread hasn't worn out. That's super important. If your skater only has one pair of athletic shoes and wears them as their daily shoe, they may only last them a few months. That's totally okay. But you need to be aware of that and not expect them to last for an entire year. Make sure their shoes are appropriately sized. I realize you want to get the most for your money, but purchasing shoes that are too big so a child can grow into them can cause injuries. And that doesn't save anyone any money at all. Every skater should have a backup pair of laces with them just in case there's an issue with a broken lace. This happens. If you don't have a spare set with you, the skater will be stuck paying for an ice session or a lesson that they don't even get to skate on because they couldn't tie their skates. Make sure that you have a spare set of laces in your bag. Also, laces do need to be replaced more often than you might think. Adea, for example, recommends that you change your laces every time you get your blade sharpened. And that's around every 20 hours of skating. With Adea skates, this is important because most of the support comes from the sides of the boot. The boot doesn't flex laterally at all. You get secondary support from the tongue and the laces. If your laces are worn out, you will not be supported correctly. Adea now makes really fun ones that are colored. I just picked up a pair at Polar Skate Shop. Let me show you. These are what regular laces look like. And these are the cool new ones. Can't wait to put them on my skates. You can also get the colored ones online at the figure skating store. A word of warning. Avoid the temptation to purchase laces that are not made for figure skating. I had a skater who wanted animal printed laces. I cautioned the parents against this because they weren't made for figure skating, but they got them anyway and ran into some issues. They were too wide for the eyelets in the skating boot, and they were made of like a pleather material. They didn't stretch like cotton laces do. I think they might have been intended for roller derby or something. Anyway, stay away from laces for hockey, roller skates, etc. and just stick with figure skating laces. Ideally, you want to purchase laces from the same brand as your figure skating boot because the manufacturer designs the laces to work with your specific brand of boot. Speaking of sharpening, you can also get your skater gift card for sharpening at your preferred skate shop. Some shops will offer a card where you can get a sharpening for free when you purchase the card. So they can be a great deal. Something that often happens is your skater won't tell you until they're sliding all over the ice that they need a sharpening. This happens all the time. Get them an edge enhancer. I have one that's called a sweet stick. I've looked everywhere for it. I think I might have given it to a skater and they didn't give it back. You basically run it down your blade and it helps to restore the edge of the blade. It's a good thing to keep in your skate bag. It's not a replacement for sharpening though. You should still get your blade sharpened about every 20 hours. If your skater doesn't tell you when they need their skates sharpened, you can also figure after every 20 hours of skating and lessons, they should get their skates sharpened so that their edges are consistently sharp. In my figure skating planner, I include a skate sharpening tracker. Speaking of the planner, that's another really great gift. And I have my 2022 edition of the planner available for pre-order right now. And if you use promo code YouTube, you can save. So head over to my website, skatewithaimee.com. After you finish watching this video, of course, pre-order that annual skating planner. It's going to be released on December 15th. You'll get it in time for the holiday. Back to the sweet stick. They're inexpensive. There's usually a buy one, get one. You can keep them in your bag. Your skater can keep one. It's just an inexpensive thing you can keep with you. And it's a great gift. Next, if your rink has session cards or subscription ice or coupon books, punch cards, whatever it is they call them, that is a perfect gift for your skater. And it's also a really great way to teach them some responsibility. You could buy them the session card, the coupon book, or the subscription ice. Give it to them as a holiday gift and make them responsible for it. In other words, if they lose the card, maybe they're gonna lose all their ice sessions too. Let them know what the value of it is. Have them keep it in their rink tote and be responsible for it. Already talked about athletic shoes. I have another video all about off-ice training. If you missed that video, there's a link in the description down below. But a foam roller, and this is my favorite. This is from a brand called Rolga. It comes in different degrees of stiffness. I like them that aren't so stiff. Usually recommend that a skater uses your foam roller once a day in the evening or after their cool down. And I always recommend these from Rolga. There's a link to them in the description down below, or you can just go to rolga.com. And if you use promo code SKATEWITHAIMEE at rolga.com, you'll receive 20% off your purchase. Be sure to use that if you order from Rolga. With the foam roller, you'll also need to get a mat, and you can get those at Amazon. I have some links to some of my top picks in the description down below. I know this video has gotten super long this year, but before I go, I want to mention one other thing that I think is a total game changer. THERAGUN. This is for progressive therapy. It takes self-massage to a whole other level. Highly recommend that if you can get one, and encourage your skater to use it every day. It will go a long way to helping your skater recover from tough training sessions. And most skaters really enjoy using it. It feels good. I love this. This is my favorite. These are all really great gifts for your skater. Of course, there are lots of other ideas for skating related gifts. I actually have a complete guide to the best gifts for figure skaters on my website. Just go to skatewithaimee.com/shop and find everything right there. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like and share it with somebody else it can help, and just post it to your social media too. I post videos every week that can help you improve your skating, your fitness, your nutrition, and live a better life. So remember to subscribe and ring that bell so you never miss a video. This is Aimee. Happy skating and shopping. I will see you real soon. Happy holidays. Thank you for watching. Bye.